Trump criticized the government's handling of Hurricane Helene during his visit to the hard-hit state of North Carolina. At a rally, Trump reiterated conspiracy theories about the government's response to the disaster. Trump doubles down on sharp attacks against his Democratic rival, adding that the vice president is a mess.
Kamala Harris does not have the compassion, the smarts, or the strength to be the president of the United States. She just can't do the job. She's a mess. She's a cognitive mess, and nobody wants to talk about it. And we can't have 4 more years. We had 4 years of it. We can't take another 4 years of it, can we? Did you ever hear the expression that the vote counter is far more important than the candidate? And unfortunately, we can't let that happen. We've got to take it back.
Our correspondent Shubhendu Ghosh joins us from New York. Hi, Shubhendu. When we talk of the election race in the U.S., then both the contenders are up against each other with their war of words. But then get us more as to how is the election battle, the election excitement there brewing up?
Well, these are the final few days in the run-up to the big election day, Preeti. As you mentioned, both the contenders are in the swing states. Wisconsin, Michigan and Philadelphia is what Kamala Harris in the next few days is likely to cover. North Carolina is where Donald Trump is headed. Philadelphia, remember, has been a slightly bluish state in terms of the support that it sort of gives to the Democrats. But in the local politics, in the local legislations, we also see pockets where the Republicans are emerging as strong, and that's what makes this contest very, very complicated. Swing states are the states which are likely to determine who the next president is going to be. But even within the swing states, the polls, the data suggests that it is going to be a cracker of a contest. North Carolina, which was severely affected by Cyclone Helene, and the kind of push that Donald Trump is making there to also say that the federal government did not do enough to prevent or for the reconstruction of the communities post the cyclone. So those are ways in which he's also pushing into areas where the Republicans have an edge. So in the final weeks, in the final days in the run-up to the election, we see both the contenders really putting their weight behind in these very crucial swing states. Preeti?
All right, yes, both the contenders are putting their weight behind in the swing states. Shubhendu, help us understand how crucial are these swing states and to what extent can they have a bearing on the election results?
They're hugely important, Preeti. We have to understand that the manner in which the politics of United States unfolds, there are 50 states, and different states historically have been supporting either the Democrats or the Republicans. What I'm trying to say is that most of the states, there is a greater clarity vis-a-vis the historical data. Traditionally, they have either supported the Democrats or the Republicans. Just for an example, I'm here in New York, which is traditionally called a blue state. The likelihood of a Democrat contender winning from here has been very high over the years. Similarly, Florida, which is also Donald Trump's home state, is considered a red state, which is a Republican stronghold. Now, swing states, the 7 swing states is what really makes a difference in this contest, because the states that you already know you are strong at and that you're likely to win, perhaps the resources, the energy that you would invest there is going to be limited. The focus is going to be on these swing states, which includes, as I mentioned, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, North Carolina, and others. These are the states which will finally determine who the president is going to be, because for the other states, broadly, the political experts think they know which are the party, which are the candidates who are going to be on top. And the swing states will finally determine who will make it to the White House, Preeti. So in that sense, the real contest, the real election is taking place in these swing states.
All right, so swing states are the, are bearing the flavor of the election race. Shubhendu, also help us understand what are the expectations of the Indian Americans there, because Indian Americans form a very important, part of the population there in the US. What are the expectations and how crucial, how important as a vote bank are they in these elections?
That's an interesting question, Preeti, and different aspects to it. Look, we have to see that in terms of percentage, there are about 5 million Indian Americans in the United States, approximately. Now, that comprises about 1.2, 1.4% of the population. Very small percentage is what I'm trying to say. But their influence is very significant. They are very well-to-do. They have done well in different domains of the society, from medicine to technology to academics and other areas. And also the Indian American community this time over also finds itself amidst a great interest and curiosity within America. You have on the one hand a candidate like Kamala Harris with Indian roots. On the other hand, Donald Trump and his choice of vice presidential candidate, his wife, Usha, also has Indian origin. So in that sense, although the population percentage is small, we see Indian American, the reference to them and their expectations at the heart of these elections. So in that sense, there is a lot of excitement among them. They see a lot of stake, as it were, in these elections. And where I am in New York, adjacent New Jersey, there are about 400,000 Indian Americans who are based here. The most dense population of Indian Americans in the United States. So here in particular, in local legislatures, you have Indian Americans being elected. So there is a lot of excitement. There is also a lot of stake that they find themselves in. And there are also issues in which they are putting their weight behind. One particular one is of checking illegal immigration, because when illegal immigration is not taken care of, the legal immigration, people who take official visa, apply for asylum or such cases, those are the people who are going to get affected. So that particular area is close to the Indian community. So in that sense, hugely significant, the manner in which Indian American community, Preeti, is taking center stage in these elections.
All right, Shubhendu, we leave it here. Thank you so